But I think now we'll just go around to the grave. Hello and welcome to the Winging It Travel Podcast YouTube channel. Join me on my journey as I travel across the world, seeking out adventures, meeting new people and trying out new things. This is the start of the YouTube video for a morning in Norwich. We're about to get the bus into town. It's about a 10 to 15 minute ride from the outskirts of Norwich. And we're going to kick off with a very exciting and iconic viewpoint. This is one of Norwich's iconic landmarks, Norwich Cathedral. That is the second tallest spire in the UK. And it began in 1096 and the building finished in about 1145. It has survived riots and a fire, but it's still going strong today. So let's go and take a look inside. For over 900 years, this site has dominated the Norwich skyline. And despite Norfolk being quite flat, Norwich is quite hilly. So you can see this from pretty much anywhere in the city. It's a fantastic site. I think now let's go around to the grave. We're just walking around to a little local celebrity. Her name is Edith Cavell. She was a nurse in the First World War, but she helped the English and the Germans. And it's believed that the Germans found out, arrested her, and then executed her in 1915. A bit of a sickener for both sides, but also proof that if you're a human being, you can not pick sides and just help human beings. So she's quite well known in Norwich, and she's very important to the history and the culture. We're at the site of probably the oldest pub in Norwich, as stated by them, is the Adam and Eve. All the ghost tours start here. It's right next to the cathedral, and it's said to be established in 1249. We're not going in today, unfortunately, because it's too early. But if you do go in, just beware of the roof. It's a bit wonky. But it's a great place to have a beer and admire the history of it. Next up is the Macehead Hotel, believed to be one of the oldest hotels in the UK, situated right there. It's also believed that Queen Elizabeth I stayed there during her reign, and today it's a very historic but quite expensive location to stay. But it's right in the heart of Norwich. The cathedral is here, the city centre is that way, Elm Hill is that way, and that's where we're going next. We're about to embark on one of the most historic streets in Norwich called Elm Hill, named after the elm trees. I'll come to that in a second. You start here, cobble streets coming up. This cafe here is the Olives Cafe. It's actually one of the best cafes in Norwich. You've got an English breakfast. We're going to take a nice little walk up the street. It's historic, it's fantastic. It's going back to the medieval Tudor times, and you're going to love it. So let's go. Elm Hill is used for many film locations because it's so historic. This building here is from 1347, and there's a fire on the street in 1507, and this is the last remaining building of the street. So we're going to go there next for a coffee. Very nice. And of course Elm Hill is right in the centre of Norwich. It's the historic centre street, lots of cobbled stones, right next to the cathedral, and possibly the original Market Street. And Elm Hill is known for being named after elm trees. This is the last remaining one right here. I'm sat around it, it's protected by a nice little bench. And we're about to go to Britain Arms for a nice hot cup of coffee. The next part of the Norwich tour is called the Lanes. These are little streets like this, independent shops, cafes, food establishments, and they're just kind of weaving in and out the old part of Norwich. So we're going to take a little trek through. As you can see, this is Norwich's 6-day open air market, one of the longest and biggest in the UK, and it's great food and lunch. We're going to take a walk through there in a second. In the distance is Norwich Castle. There's a glaring miss from this video because ultimately it's one of the things to see and do, but it is closed right now for renovation. It's about a £15 million renovation. You can't go in, It's going to be completed sometime this year, maybe next year, who knows. But it is a fantastic site over Norwich. And when you combine the cathedral over there, you can just see poking over the top to the castle, very historic. The castle is 900 years old. So you've got the cathedral and the castle combined, approaching 900 years old. It was commissioned by William the Conqueror back in the day, so it's got history written all over it. This is Norwich's City Hall. It's not that old, but it's perched on top of the hill in the city centre, and to be rumoured, one of the longest balconies in Europe. Definitely in the UK, maybe in Europe. The City Council first built this in 1938, so that's what happened here. It's still based here. That's right in the heart of Norwich. And if you stand to the back of the City Hall looking this way, you've got the view of the market, castle, shops and cathedral to the northwest. This is a personal recommendation, one of my favourite streets in Norwich, up in St Giles, down here. Not many shops, nice little street, quite quiet, city centre, cafes, a few shops. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode in Norwich. We're finishing here at Norwich's second cathedral, just over there. That's the Roman Catholic Cathedral. The one we went to this morning is the Protestant Cathedral. And after a nice little morning walk, we're now off for brunch. Please follow and subscribe on my YouTube channel today, and please rate and review the podcast on any podcast platform that you use. Thank you.